Now, the last tutorial here also goes with quote unquote the real world, and that is gathering everything together. The worst thing you can do in InDesign is just have files scattered all over the place. And a lot of students, they work that way. That ain't going to happen in the real world. Okay, you need a job folder. You need to collect everything in one place. You can't have a job folder and then some of your photos on your desktop, some of your photos on a flash drive. It all has to be in one place. And InDesign is so smart that it knows there are stupid graphic designers out there who work that way. So it also has a packaging feature. So I'm going to go to File and Open in Chapter 10, folder number 5, Packaging for Output. Now, the way I set up my files, I have an InDesign file, and then I create subfolders. All the photos that are going to go on inside panel 1, all the photos that go on inside panel 2, everything that goes on inside panel 3, outside panel 1, outside panel 2. That's how I organize my files. But notice it's all in one main job folder. Okay, I also have a folder just for my Illustrator logos that are part of that job. So I'm going to click here. And now we got a file and 7 subfolders. Well, that works for me. I'm the graphic designer. I understand my organization process. But when I send this to a printer, they're going to need their own organization. And I'm sending sometimes to multiple different printers. Everybody has a different way of working, but we need a consistent way of producing or packaging and collecting everything. So I'm going to open my InDesign file from my organization right there. And there we go. Find the font. So I'm going to click Find, because I'm not even sure what charcoal was. So let me see. Find first. All right. I don't even know where that font was. Oh, it looks like that one right there. It's highlighted. So that's so small. I'm just going to change it. Instead of charcoal, I'm going to change that to something simple like Arial. And let's click change. There we go. Okay, done. Good enough. That was one simple, stupid little box anyway. I think that was a restaurant's phone number. But okay, I'm done. I would save this one more time. I'm not going to save it here, but I would save it. Before I collect anything, though, I want to check my pre-flight panel. It says we have a problem with our text. If there is a red light, a printer won't touch this. They'll just send it back to me and say, we'll print it when you have fixed your errors. Okay, so let's open up this and says we have overset text. Well, there's a million text frames on here. How do I know where one tiny little error is? This gives me the link. So I'm going to click that, and I can see that little text frame has opened up right there. So again, when you have overflow text, you put your cursor on the bottom button, double click, and there we go. No more errors. But what I want to do is zoom in on that and make sure if I open that up, see, we had an extra word right there. Just the box is a little too short. So let's just pull the box over. There we go. Instant fix. All right, so let's zoom back out again. That works a lot better. The text frame was just a little small. I would save this again one more time. Notice my pre-flight panel has no more errors. That's good. But my organization might be a problem because I had an InDesign file and 7 subfolders. What I need to do is collect all this information, all the fonts, all these photos, all of this into one job folder, not 7 subfolders. So what I do with this is go to File and Package. Now it gives me a summary, gives me a little technical data readout. I have 10 fonts used. None of my fonts are missing. None of them are embedded. I'm good. My links, I have 112 links. None of them have been modified. None of them are missing. That's the green error, green circle. No errors. None of them are inaccessible. 90 of them, however, use RGB. It's always going to warn you because when you go to print, that's usually CMYK, but I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to leave it on RGB for now. Colors, I just use simple 4-color processing, CMYK, and we're good. So let's see, I'm going to click report. Oh, let's see right here, fonts. Okay, it lists my fonts. It lists all the images that I've used. Not that I really need to look through this, but there's CMYK, print settings. Usually the printer takes care of that, so we're good. I'm going to click report, and let's do a report. Well, for now, I don't want to ruin my demo folder. Typically, I would just save it in the same folder, but we'll just do a report on the desktop. And let's click package. Publication must be saved. Darn it. I don't want to save that yet because I just corrected all those errors. So let me do this. File, save as. And I'm going to save it just out on my desktop. I'm going to separate my InDesign file from my job folder, which is a terrible thing to do, but I'm going to do it anyway. Now when I go to File and Package, I'll click Package, and it's going to create a whole new job folder for me, independent of the job folder I already had. So I'll put that on my desktop. It's going to run through my computer and copy all the fonts that I used in this job, except those from Adobe Fonts and ones that have licenses. It's going to copy all my graphics, update the links, because now it's copying all my pictures to a new folder, so it's going to update all the links, so no errors again. Include an IDML file, which is an older version of InDesign in case my printer has an older version. It'll also include a PDF. Everything's going to be set to high quality. This is good. And let's package. Okay, it's always going to give you a little restriction warning about fonts. There's no way to go back unless I cancel what I'm doing. So I'm going to click OK. And now it is collecting everything into one big folder here. All right, so now let's take a look at this. I will close this up. No need to save that. I'm going to close up InDesign. We're going to look at my messy desktop here. And here's my folder, Maki Yaki finished folder. Look at that. Let's just blow this up so you don't have to look at all the garbage on my desktop. There we go. I don't have 7 subfolders anymore. I've got my InDesign file. I've got an older InDesign markup language file in case the printer has an older version of InDesign. All my links have now been gathered into one folder, not 7 subfolders. I don't need those anymore. Any fonts I used on the document have now been copied to this folder. And it gives me a PDF. So I'll double click that PDF and see what we get. There we go. A PDF set to print. But if they need my InDesign file, they have that too. Okay, so everything is ready to go. All collected into one final job folder, not the 7 subfolders. So that's packaging. Okay. And there you go. Let's come back into InDesign. And that should conclude most of my tutorials here on InDesign. So I will have a few other tutorials on actual project related files, but this should give you a really good rundown and a good working foundation of the things you're going to be doing here in Adobe InDesign. I look forward to working with you.